Go ahead, Shae. You're good to go.
I'm so tempted to make a bad joke out of that, but I'll hold back.
Do it anyway. Do it.
Alright, so, alright. Okay, everyone, this is Forest for the Trees, a look back, the prequel to Ren's game. We are actually down a player, so I will be controlling his character until we reach the end. There's also, I am missing a voice actor, so I'm going to be having a new voice for our ghost because I also forget what accent I used before. Other than that, last we left off, everyone had convened in an inn, there for their own reasons, had a lot of fun, and wound up coming to explore this little area, each with their own little quest. Keterelith has to find someone who has fled the Cinephate. Sardonyx is here with Halivard, the alchemist, and Flatfoot Greedshell is here to ensure that the undead presence here does not become a really big problem. You have all traveled through the labyrinth, gotten past the Minotaur Guardians, pretty much made short work of every skeleton and undead throughout this tomb, and finally had ended up meeting a ghost who in life was the courtesan to a dwarven lord who once owned this land or had stakes in this land. That same dwarf was mutated into a giant monstrosity, which you all had ended up putting down in a blast of cinnamony fury.
Hell yeah, cinnamon.
And yep, and that's where we left off.
We're missing.
Oh yes. Would my players like to introduce themselves?
Greetings and salutations. I, of course, am playing Sardonyx Silica, esteemed candy mancer from formerly of the Cinephate Empire. I am currently in hiding here in Ralia, and hopefully the elf behind me won't stab me in the back once there's an opportune time.
Hello, I am Corey. I am playing Keterelith, the elvish knight who is not going to stab Sardonyx in the back. She is a lovely lady. I am here on a quest to find a elvish necromancer, and I think she might be here by all the signs that have been cropping up.
And I am Michael or Forge, depending on which group you are with. And I am playing Flatfoot Greenshell, the turtle life cleric with the southern drawl in his voice.
And I will be taking control of the character Otis Fatfoot, who is a very cowardly halfling with a penchant for gluttony. Alright.
Alright, so we ended off with the beast being slain, and do we know where we're supposed to head from here?
There were still a few spots we could have explored. We didn't go too far north.
Oh, right. Okay. Is there anything on the body here of this beast, or within the sarcophagus here?
Yes. Last time we played 2 weeks ago, there was a set of armor, which I believe Keterelith has done.
Mm-hmm.
There was a Mace of Disruption, which I
have
hadn't
that.
gave to you. And was that everything? Oh, you know what? There was also a crossbow, so now Otis Fatfoot has a crossbow.
Convenient crossbow.
Yes, convenient crossbow. I think that was that all the items that there were?
I believe so.
Yep. So you all can continue your investigation in this room, or you can travel up that hallway and see what those other rooms were.
That was going to be something I asked too. I recall there was talk about some investigations from last time we were playing, but we didn't investigate the did we?
Investigate which now?
The I'm trying not to tip your.
Don't ruin it.
Yeah.
Text it to me because I think it went over my head.
I can't recall if we looked into it or if it was just
yeah.
dynamic writing.
I mean, you're all welcome to make a check.
What are we checking?
I recall us looking around the room last time we played, but I don't know if we ever found anything.
Keterelf made a check, but it was really, really low. So
Okay, so that's
there
what
is that. You can either trust that there's nothing there, or you can make your own check.
Perception or investigation?
I'm gonna abstain just because.
I'm just gonna kind of glance around the room and possibly just do a basic perception check to see if I see anything like out of place.
Go for it.
That'd be okay.
Wow.
20.
Yes.
That is a
You
nice
see
cursory
something out of
glance.
place.
That really is.
On the north wall, you see a couple divots, like there was supposed to be a door, but sort of like how there are doors on each side here. But along the northern wall, you do notice that there are divots in it.
Kind of walk over to it, like in this area where I'm standing now.
Yeah.
Kind of look around, begin placing the kind of large fingers around the edge, trying to see if I notice anything kind of out of place. And I'm guessing that I kind of see the doorway and kind of motion to everybody and say, I believe I might have found something over here.
Oh,
Yep.
well, fascinating. She would start to walk over the undead body and then think better of it and go the long way around. It's like, oh, what'd you find?
Forge, why is there a clock on your...
Inspiration
Oh, okay.
from the bard. It might roll off soon.
I think it's only a minute, right?
Yeah, it's only a minute, so
it's like
it's probably
10
gonna
minutes.
roll off. Yeah, 10 minutes.
Oh, you're gonna have that for a while then.
Yeah. As Sardonyx kind of walks around, I kind of point out to her the divots that I'm seeing and kind of say, this seems a bit unnatural. It's not something that you would normally see in this location.
And one of the stones is conveniently slightly further out than the
Just
others.
Just a
This is
little
one
bit.
of those bricks.
Oh, wow. I think we should definitely do something about that then.
I'm gonna kind of look around. As I'm looking at this, do I notice, does it appear like mechanical? Like, does it look like there's going to be something that's going to be set off like a trap or something? If I kind of press on this one stone that looks out of place?
With that roll, you do see that brick is right next to those divots, and you can make a pretty solid assumption that it is.
It's going to be trapped.
It's not trapped, but that it does cause these divots to. It's something to do with that. With those divots.
Okay. So with that, I kind of look over at Sardonyx and say,
Or you can go
I
ahead and roll an
suppose-
investigation too.
just to make sure. Okay. I mean, I'm not good at investigation, but I'll try.
No, you're not sure.
No.
Hmm. I'll assist. Boop, boop.
It's not trapped.
Okay.
It looks like it's safe.
All right. So with that, kind of look back at the others in the room and kind of place the shield against that brick and just kind of push it forward and hope to, kind of push it into the wall here.
As you do that, you hear the grinding of stone, and this, this looks like it used to be a doorway before, but has since been remodeled. But the grinding stone shifts, and before you, a secret passage opens up. In the next room, you see a set of stairs that just lead upward.
Oh, excellent. Good find.
You also have the rest of this floor to roam around as well if you wanted to.
Were we able to determine what was to the north of here?
No, it looks like Keldrath came back empty-handed. We could definitely cover our bases and take a look around to make sure, or we can venture upward.
Well, better safe than sorry. I'd rather do so now than to come back down and find us in a heap of trouble when we come down.
Excellent thinking. So, yeah, let's do that.
And the ghost pipes up from Sardonyx. I remember this place totally being so much nicer.
A couple 100 years of no maintenance will do that.
Kind of look back over at Sardonyx. Did you say something?
Oh, no, just talking to myself. It's all right.
Yes.
Yeah, so since we're kind of in agreement, I'm going to go ahead and start making my way back out and try to figure out what's to the north from here.
Alvard will stay close behind. Otis is going to stay further behind.
And I'll just go ahead and move him up since he's AFK.
You all notice that that Otis has a pie out and he's munching.
I'm really just not going to question where he keeps getting this stuff.
It's like a cherry pie. It's real nice.
Of course he does. Did we go into the room to the right
We did
here?
not.
Here? Okay.
You have not.
Okay. Just kind of giving it a quick once over. Just gonna take a quick look, make sure there's not like obvious traps or anything, and then begin to open the door.
Okay.
Investigation.
Nailed it.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah. So the door is locked. It is. This door is actually sealed much tighter than, like, around the edges. There's like a sealant that keeps the chamber airtight. Other than that, it looks like any other door.
Okay. Kind of glance back.
And it is not trapped.
Okay. I'm gonna glance back at Sardonyx and say, does your friend happen to know anything about this sealed off door here? Might help us if we could get inside.
Oh, Polly, do you happen to know anything about this?
Yes. That's like totally where the dwarf lord did his alchemy.
Oh, a dwarven alchemist. Fancy. Can you, do you know how to open it?
Nope.
Well, okay.
They usually carried a set of keys with them.
We didn't find any keys, did we?
I'm gonna go ahead and say you found keys.
Flatfoot.
I forgot.
Flatfoot
I
is like,
absolutely
or
forgot
Fatfoot
to
is like, oh, I totally found these keys.
Totally found the keys.
They were covered in this like chocolate, and I cleaned them off. And
Yeah, I completely forgot to mention that.
Okay.
After defeated.
so Otis hands over the keys then, and Sardonyx will unlock it.
All right. Who opens the door?
I'll
Looks-
do it.
Looks like Sardonyx.
I have the keys, so I'll open it.
As you open the door, give me a Constitution save.
Awesome.
I'm back. Is Sardonyx dying?
Yes.
Oh, yep. Sorry. Unfortunately.
As the door opens, all the chemicals that were just locked into this room, airtight room for however long, however many hundreds of years, suddenly billows it out. The door was not trapped at all.
Nope. Just the.
But it was.
Classic
Yep,
mummy
it was.
tune.
Yep, it was airtight. Sardonyx, you step back and you start vomiting for a moment.
It was just in rainbows.
Yep, it's just a
Yep,
rainbow vomit.
it's just rainbow Skittles. But let's see.
Is she like poisoned or just the smell is just bad?
3 poison damage. But after that, all of it just kind of dissipates into the air now that it has, like, vents to release.
Ken walks over, kneels down, and holds her hair back. Just the gnome.
Halavar just said, "Oh gosh, are you all right?"
Chemicals.
Flatfoot notices her kind of vomiting, gets ready to reach down, and then she stops, I'm assuming, and then kind of pulls
Yeah,
his
it
hand
was
back.
just-
Like he was getting ready to help her, and then he's like, "No, it's fine. She's got this."
Well, all right. There goes lunch.
We can ask Otis. I'm sure he has more food.
And she just
Okay.
kind of dry heaves.
Yeah. Yeah, he said, "Yeah, you guys want any more?
No.
I got lots of extra."
I'm gonna just start heading inside. It's like, no, thank you.
All right, so inside this room, you see a bit of a small workshop, but there's vials everywhere. There are some, a lot of which are shattered. But there's a alchemy set, a very old alchemy set, and a few glass vials just sitting on the shelf. Some of which are filled.
Well, that's neat.
And Alfard asks, "What'd you find?"
Oh, shards of stuff.
Looks to be an alchemy set with a couple hundred years old potions.
At the mention of the alchemy, Halvar does start to try and kind of squeeze through. He kind of makes his way in. Oh, this is what the Dwarven Lord here was experimenting with.
Yeah,
And he
Polly
starts-
said he was an alchemist, so I'm sure he's
Yep.
got some work here.
Alvard actually starts looking over all the files. He's like, "Interesting. He really was combining booze with it. Potions." Just on the floor there.
Yep, just on the floor there.
So, Alvard's actually looking over everything. I'm gonna make him do a...
Ken is gonna back out of the room in case he starts messing with stuff, and he's like,
Mm.
Explosion.
Sardonyx trusts him. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Fascinating.
No, what'd you find?
this. He holds up a vial that looks kind of like it's wine. He says, "This is Chardonnay of healing," and he hands it over to Sardonyx and starts looking at another one. And this is an ale, but it's also a potion of resistance.
Wait, so he made healing alcohol?
Yep.
Fascinating.
So yeah, there's two vials of healing wine, and there's an ale of there's an ale of damage resistance.
Okay. She'll tuck those away. She'll look to Ked and be like, "Are you much of an ale drinker?"
Ked blinks at you like you. He lifts up his helmet and blinks at you like you've gone insane. Milady, I'm an elvish knight. I'm not a dwarf. Wine will do.
Yeah, well, this'll resist damage if you drink it. And she holds out the ale anyways.
He takes it, sniffs it, grimaces, and puts it away. And it's just like, this probably tastes more vile than the normal stuff.
Mr. Greenshell, did you want a healing wine?
Yes, I do say that might help just a little bit here.
All right, excellent. I'll hold on to the other one.
Alavard's going through all the shelves, and he's completely fascinated with this. He finds a book with all the alchemical recipes. He tucks that away for himself. He does also find another vial just kind of like stashed further back. Those potions are both regular ones, but I realize with Alavard's investigation roll, he finds the greater healing wine.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll offer that out as well.
Oh.
Two regular ones, one greater one. He rolled high.
Yeah, well, excellent. Seems like we're well in luck today, and she's not going to tell Otis that they found more, and she's going to tuck it away. He'll just drink it recreationally. Don't laugh.
What you guys find?
Nothing.
Nothing edible.
There's some candy here on the floor if you want it.
No.
He'll probably do that.
No. Ked is just staring at Sardonyx. No.
Well, I mean, you are what you eat after all.
He finished his pie and he's actually eating like a bag of chips now.
Chaps.
Ked just sighs and starts moving down the hallway.
Yep. Gonna follow.
Paul's here.
What?
Ketarelith, as you
Downstairs.
step there,
Oh no.
you step on a tile and you hear a click.
You just hear,
You
oh
hear-
no.
You hear a click. What are you doing?
I'm suddenly standing very still.
Do I hear the click?
Everybody has one action to do something.
I retreat into my shell and fall
Shit.
onto the ground.
Do I have something that might be able to help?
I rationalize that if it's a pressure plate and I step off of it, I'm going to trigger something. So I'm just like, shit.
I cast Taffy Pull on Ketarella.
Oh, okay.
I try and pull him back towards us.
Do you resist?
No.
All right, so you taffy pull Catarella right over. The shell pretty much trips him, so he falls on his butt.
that's
Actually, give me a deck save.
There's your butt fall.
Ow.
Actually, give me a deck save, Catarella.
Dex. 16.
Nah, you're fine. You land on you stumble a bit, tripping over the shell, but you're fine. But just as Sardonyx pulls you back, there is like a cylinder with spikes on it that just rolls right down the hallway.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, that would have been bad.
Like all the way to the end, and then just disappears into a space on the floor. But other than that, you're fine.
Well, my next thought was how bad would it be if it was just an explosion and then poor Flatfoot is caught in the blast.
Good thing I have a +4 to bonus AC.
Yeah.
Making it a 23.
Oh, that was close.
Flatfoot's gonna kind of peek his head out and look around and say, "What in the 9 hells did you just do, boy?"
Pressure plate. I didn't see it.
Now you know it's there.
You need to be a little more mindful as we go forward. This isn't gonna be a cakewalk, you know.
How do you walk on cake? Why is it a smiley face?
I don't know. It just is.
Flatfoot slowly kind of, sticks his arms and legs back out, coming back to his feet and kind of looking at the pressure plate. Just kind of steps around, kind of like sidestepping it to get a look like up and down the hallway. And as he does, he kind of points over to the right, over in this direction, and says, "There's a stairway over there, and this hall over to my left over here appears to be going around a corner."
I believe we went down that passage. Is that not the undead trap that you so handily disabled? He says, pointing off to the left.
Oh, is it? I thought we came from the south.
We've gone around. We've gone around in a circle.
Yeah, you basically got in a full circle.
Okay. So yes, then that would be the case. And Flatfoot would kind of nod in agreement and say, "Yes, I do believe you're right."
So, stairs then, as Ked says, making sure as he looks down, and making sure there's no more pressure plates on the way to the stairs. With 21 perception, as he
You see
basically
that-
looking for indentions in the floor.
Yeah, you notice that there's another indention like way over here, but other than that, those are just the two.
Okay. He's gonna just skirt around it.
So
And he
you both
mentions
have-
it's like, oh, it's a good thing we didn't come from that way. I see another one way over this way. I see another one.
Well, yeah, we totally would have walked right into that, huh? This place is horrifying.
But hey, you cleared this level.
Yeah.
And Ked would proceed to try and go downstairs, upstairs.
It also goes upstairs. So you have two sets of stairs that both go up.
Yeah, we had found some secret stairs. If we're looking for a necromancer, I suspect the secret staircase might be the more obvious choice.
It's been a while. Where's the secret staircase?
In the room we were
right
in.
here.
Oh, there. Okay. Let us take those then, and not
All
this obviously trap set.
So I will move everyone. What's the marching order?
Ked up front.
I'll follow behind.
I'll be behind Flat.
Actually, I don't have much room. All right. So anyway, you all are traveling. You all are traveling up the stairs.
Secret
Through
stairs.
the halls. Secret stairs. Secret tunnel. You all come to a new passage. It's a small chamber. there's an orb in the center, and it's just sitting there waiting for someone to touch it. There's a sign that says "Touch me."
There we go. This reminds me of a movie, so Sardonyx is going to back up.
Is there a door here, Shae, or is that just a wall?
It is. It looks like a wall, but you can make a check on that as well.
Oh, I'm just. It's just the fog war is a little screwy there. Ken also backs up, seeing Sardonyx back up, and it's like seeing the magic expert back up. Is it dangerous, Lady Sardonyx?
That's a great question. And she'll. I could, because I don't have detect magic, but I will.
He just has detect candy.
Yeah, I have detect candy. No, I will. I'll mage hand it since it wants to be picked up.
All right.
So-
As you mage hand it, a little candy hand kind of touches the orb. The orb glows a bit, and then you hear a voice. The voice says, "I exist between stars throughout the night sky, beneath the earth and deepest seas. Who am I?"
One more time.
Is Sardonyx the only one that heard that?
Oh, there we go.
Everybody hears it. It just kind of emanates from the orb. "I exist between stars throughout the night sky, beneath the earth and deepest seas. Who am I?"
This is a tough one.
Yeah, it's a good
It's
riddle.
like, well, out of character. Gravity fits this, but I also don't think gravity is a good one to use in a fantasy setting.
Darkness?
What is your answer?
Darkness makes more sense.
That's
It
the
does.
best I can come up with.
No,
Is this
that
what
makes
Sardonyx-
sense.
Is this what Sardonyx says? Sardonyx the one who initiated it.
Well, listening to the suggestion, she goes, that makes a lot of sense. Yes, darkness.
Darkness is correct.
Oh, good job, guys.
And let's see. The stone wall up here slides out, and there's another room with another orb.
Oh,
Ken
joy.
falls forward. Ah!
I wasn't ready for that.
He was leaning on the wall.
Oh boy, riddles. Riddle corridor.
Ken looks at Sardonyx
I had my
expectantly.
druthers.
Otis is like, "I'm just gonna stand way back here."
That's what you're
Okay.
good at.
Okay, try not to die.
I had my druthers. We wouldn't be doing these kind of puzzles anyways.
Yeah, the candy handle lifted up.
So, as you candy hand this one, you hear the same voice. "You can hear me, but not see. My brother you can see, but not hear. I am never far behind. Tell me, who am I?"
I'll wait for it to be typed.
Oh, it's thunder.
Thunder. is
Thunder and
correct.
lightning.
Thunder. feel the thunder. Lightning and thunder. And the wall opens up to another room. I just want you guys to get one of these wrong.
So Onyx is on a roll.
Nothing but doom and gloom.
You brought nothing but doom and gloom.
My mother came back with a huge headache, and I turned my mic on at the wrong time.
No, that sounded
Sorry.
awesome.
Perfectly timed.
Yeah. It's like, I really want you to fail this. You brought nothing but doom and gloom.
Okay.
Mage Hand will
Clear.
pick this one up.
Twin sisters are we upon the same table, one from land and one from sea. One black and one white within our towers. So answer, who are we?
Ooh.
Shae's about to get her.
Yeah, she's about to get her
answer.
wish. Oh boy. I'm gonna answer this one as Otis. Oh, this reminds me of the chips I'm eating. It's salt and pepper.
God damn it.
The table gave it away.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's food. Otis has to answer this one.
I'm terrible with riddles.
You
most
are
of the time.
correct. And the wall slides.
Within
I mean,
Within
you got
a
the
tower,
you
it
got
makes
the
sense.
you got the first one though with darkness. That one was.
No, that was me.
Oh,
That was
you?
him. I said
Okay.
I said
me.
gravity.
Yeah, you said
'cause I was
gravity.
like-
You would have killed us on the first one. Never mind.
Yes.
I said gravity, but at the same time I said that's not a fantasy answer, so that's probably not it.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
I was also
Man.
thinking, curse my scientific brain. At first I was thinking dark matter.
You guys are almost through this hallway already.
Otis.
Mhm.
Shade's like shit.
Otis licks this orb to see if it tastes like salt and pepper.
It does. There's a hint of salt and pepper.
There's a hint of
Delicious.
salt over everything.
Delicious.
He kind of drools on it a little bit.
Salivates it. Alrighty. Mage Hand again.
I weaken men for hours each day, show you visions while you're away. At eve I take you, at morn I take you back. None suffer to have me, but they do for my lack. What am I?
Sleep.
Yeah.
I was about to say. It sounds like sleep.
It has to be sleep.
It sounds like sleep.
Door opens and you're in the last room.
Yeah.
Good job, Forge.
I've got 2 so far. I'm doing all right.
What are you doing to move along a ruler? Because I'm seeing that happen with Forge.
I always do that. Press Q for every stop. So click and hold, and then wherever you want it to go, you press Q and it'll mark it. And then
Oh,
you
that's
just keep
so
tapping it
convenient.
until you figure out where you want to go. Hmm. And then when you release, it shows exactly the path you're going. Which is super handy for traps, because you can avoid traps by marking exactly the way you're going.
I just move my character one step at a time. That's way more convenient.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah, you got to make sure you don't mess it up because otherwise it gets weird.
And then
Also-
you release it, and it finally does its thing, yeah.
Also, I like how on this one it's really delayed. Slow.
It's taking
sardonyx.
forever to get there.
Yeah. All right, sorry about that. She's gonna lift this one up with the mage hand.
All right.
See if I can just force it. There we go.
Yep. This one speaks. I am as destructive as life, as healing as death, an institutioner of strife and just as prone to bless. I am all that is good, but with an evil trend. I am the beginning of life, and so too might be the end. What am I?
This is a good one.
This is a really good one.
I had to make the last one hard.
You succeeded.
Ken, I'm thinking Ken speaks up. Fire or water? Wars have been fought over rivers and land and such.
I mean, water might make sense here.
Yeah, water does make sense. It's just
Yeah.
Just really nervous.
do not speak just
No.
yet. Let us come up with some other ideas.
What about air?
As destructive as life. Does air really heal though?
Literally, you have to have air to survive.
Yeah.
Well, here's something. I think we're thinking about that. We might be thinking about this the wrong way. We're thinking about things that heal and deal death. Instead, the riddle speaks destructive as life and healing as death. Therefore, it's as ravenous as life can be, and it heals for naught.
Good point.
Wait. I don't know. I think you're kind of right with fire, though. Like, the more I think about it, that seems kind
I
of
am
right.
the beginning of life. That's the beginning of civilization. Yeah, I think it's fire.
I do, too.
All right. Fire.
Okay, everybody.
No!
The door opens.
Yes! I got one!
You got one.
I would have also accepted water or passion.
I got
Ooh,
two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So water would have worked. Okay.
Yeah, you
I
were
was
on
like-
point with water.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you guys started like overthinking it, I was like, yes,
Yes,
go
they're
with
gonna get it
water.
right.
And then,
Oh.
like,
But yeah,
I'm just like, it's got to be water or fire, but at the same time, I'm like, which one is it?
But then
Turned out it was
again,
both.
love would work. You're right.
Yes, love does
that
work
would
too.
be a very fitting answer too.
And that's the great sign for like D&D puzzle riddles when there's more than one correct answer, because if it's just one, it's always super frustrating because you'll get people who can't get it.
yeah. I mean, there were some of the riddles did have multiple answers, but you guys got past all 5 traps.
We did.
I
it,
was
guys.
really
High
excited.
fives.
Yeah, I was really excited about this room. This was one of my favorite creations. It's like if you got the darkness riddle wrong, everything there would have been a darkness spell across the rest of the thing. You'd have disadvantage on the rest of the saves
Nice.
because you wouldn't have been able to see anything.
Freeze frame high five.
Yeah. The second one would have
No
dealt
fire.
thunder damage.
We have a gnome.
The third one would have just dropped like a metric ton of salt and pepper on you. Yeah.
Quick Otis, eat our way out.
Yeah,
Please.
Otis would have been fine. The third one would have cast would have used a gas that potentially could have knocked you guys out.
Except for the elf.
except for the elf. Well, the elf too, because that's magical sleep. This would have been like a
Chemical sleep.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yep, alchemist traps. And then, so it actually would have been something more along the lines of paralysis. And then the last one was going to be just like fire or water or both. Or something.
Fireball! Wait, what?
All right, so heading up the stair, with the, see, you guys took.
We took the secret door, didn't we?
Yeah, you take the secret doors. So you guys end up.
Oop. Gotta find us. Find me in the blackness. There we are.
I gotcha. Oh. Ignore accidental halberd move. There we go. Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel. So you guys actually come up inside the manor. You're in a small room, and there is a treasure chest nearby. There is a few crates, and there is a very comfortable looking bed, like just kind of shoved up in the corner there. And then in the floor here is just like it's kind of shattered, and it's just a hole.
Ken immediately searches around for traps.
Go for it.
He's gonna look. He's not that good at investigation. 14.
You don't see any traps, no?
Okay. He says back to the party, I don't see anything out of place that could drop anything on us. But there's a chest here, and I'm wary of everything in this place now. Very nice bed. Does the bed look elvishly made?
Yeah. And actually, you hear it's a like very nice king size mattress. You also hear Paula pipe up. She goes, "Oh, I remember that bed. That was totally like the most fun that we had there."
I get it. We don't need to hear any more of that, though. You can tell me later.
I totally will.
I'm guessing this section here, this is what you're talking about.
That's
about
the
it being
whole-
kind of like crumbled in, yeah. Beyond it, is it like the same height as where we're standing?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll investigate the chest here. Check it over. Oh yeah, it's totally safe.
Definitely
It's
a
totally
chest.
safe.
Like to peer down. How deep does that opening go?
6 or 7 feet.
I'm gonna peer down and see if I see anything at the bottom of it.
There's lots of like rubble and just like broken stone and wood. You don't see anything that catches your eye. But it does, it's kind of there. It impedes movement through the hall.
Well, alright then. It looks like this is safe, guys, so I think I'm going to open it. And she does.
As you open it, there is some gold in it. And a couple more potions. There's another one of those ale potions of damage resistance. And I think there was, yeah, and then one more of the healing wine. So yep. I would tell you how much gold, but this is a one shot. You just find a lot of gold.
Sweet. Yeah, I reach it and start taking it all.
Well, I guess technically this is a 3 shot, so.
Yeah, it's a very long one shot that spanned over a long time. So I'll just start pocketing it or putting it into her bag.
Yep, there's also, yep, so then there's the chest, there's the crates. One of the crates is open, one is closed, and then there's the bed there before the hole. You guys have to either figure out how to go across or...
Crazy idea.
How long is the bed?
Flatfoot has the
It's-
same idea.
It is pretty big. It's, while the lord here was a dwarven lord, it's like this bed was like imported with like the finest sheets and everything. It's very well done.
It needed to be big enough to fit at least 6 people.
Yeah, it's a party bed basically.
My idea is to shove it down like this end first and use that as like a walking platform to cross over to get to the other side.
Make it a bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
So that way it like stands up because it's going to be taller than it will be wide, and just kind of push it down so that like the headboard is on the ground, and then we can walk across the footboard individually to cross over.
Okay.
What do you need? Anything for
I
that?
think you and Ked would just need to move it, right?
Yeah, I could do like a strength check or something on it. Athletics, whatever. Or nothing if you don't want one.
Are you helping? Are you assisting Catarella?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you both go to grab the bed. It's kind of sticky.
Ew.
It's still sticky.
Still
Ew.
sticky. And as you do, two of the pillows kind of like open up with eyes, and then the mattress separates and there's a lot of teeth.
Oh, you sneaky.
I was really hoping Sardonyx would get in it.
You didn't give me any reason to get in it.
And it's
Eric's
sticky,
still dead.
so.
Yeah, I was gonna have Alright, so Alright, so Ketarelth and Flatfoot Greenshell, you are both grappled by this mimic. And instantly, it's going to take a bite attack at Ketarelth since he's the first one who touched it.
Well,
It completely fumbles. So it hasn't been touched in a long time. It's happy that it has company.
it's
Now
just
everyone
happy
roll.
for human
yeah.
contact.
Yep. Everyone roll initiative.
It's been so long. I'm just happy to see you.
Hey guys.
You want to be my friend? I've seen so much stuff here. Also, gonna have words with Polly about why she didn't warn us this was a mimic orgy bed.
Yeah.
She did say she had good times there, though. The images.
Whoops, that's not the right person. I need Otis. -2 to initiative.
'Cause he's
I'm happy with
fat.
that.
Wow. That makes sense.
Alright. Descending. Ketarelith. Your hands are stuck to a mimic bed. We're gonna be such great friends.
Oh no.
Ooh, what's the DC on this? Nope, you're not free. You try to pull away and he just won't let you. Why are you trying to leave? Flatfoot, your hands are also stuck to the bed.
Okay.
Just to be bad, it's gross.
It's definitely gross. And I'm going to use my shell defense to withdraw. And as I do, give myself an advantage on
Oh,
a
nice.
strength check.
Well played.
Clever. All right.
So 22 that I didn't even need.
Yeah, your hands come free and you are inside your shell. And
Okay.
the bed goes, "Aw."
And immediately, as soon as I withdraw into the shell and kind of feel that my hands come off of it, immediately for my bonus action, withdraw once again, come to my feet, and grab onto the Mace of Disruption, and that will end my turn.
All right. The mimics kind of pillow eyes start looking around. And let's see, who's in front of him? Keterella's still attached to him, so he's got advantage there. He's gonna chomp down on Keterel. Ooh.
Tasty elf flesh.
That misses. I bring my knee up and defensive duelist it away. So
How's
just
that
bites
work?
my armored knee. As a reaction, I can use activate defensive duelist and add my proficiency to my AC, making it a 21.
Okay. So he's like,
You just hear from
You
Cut off
kinda-
the cat. No! Stop it!
the tongue's kind of like slobbering on your leg, but it can't get a good bite on you. You're kind of gagging it.
Consent! Bad consent!
Okay. Halivard's turn. He's like, well, this is okay.
This is
all right.
happening.
This is happening, yeah. So he holds out his hand and he's going to try and firebolt it. He's going to use his thingy to give him advantage.
I think the mimic would like that.
Phrasing.
Yeah. 23 hits. 16 fire. There we go. And since he used his chaos thingy, I'm gonna roll immediately just because it's fun.
Just don't kill the party.
You got nothing to worry about. Maybe. You have a lot to worry about. Sorry, I lost my search table. I know it's here.
It's been a while.
Yeah, found it. Okay. $89. Ooh. Okay, so as Halivard uses his wild surge, his fire actually gets much more intense. He maximizes his damage.
So he does 20.
Yeah, he does. Yep. He does 20 damage. So that firebolt just like it starts off as a normal firebolt, streaks across the room, and then just like it sputters and intensifies into like a blue flame. He hits him right in one of the eyes. All right. Sardonyx.
Seeing that
The other eye kind of swivels over and looks at Sardonyx, and it kind of like licks its lips.
she
What befriend?
she eeps and counters the fire with some frost. Boosh with wintergreen. So I didn't link the spell description.
Wintergreen.
So he needs to make a con save. Also, my number's not showing up. Is that looking the same way for you guys too?
I don't see any damage.
Yeah, looks like this one's messed up. Okay, so...
Yeah.
He does say.
Okay, so nothing happens then. Well, that's unfortunate. On a failed save,
Okay.
he'd take cold damage and have disadvantage on the attack, but he saved. And I'll probably just use this spell again, since this is the end of the one shot, really.
And
to it.
Otis is going to use his new crossbow.
His magical new crossbow.
Magic crossbow.
He hit.
He gets a +1. We have proficiency of 3.
What's the damage on a crossbow? D6?
D8 minus 2
D8.
for him.
Mm-hmm.
Who's got those fat fingers?
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh.
So he sends a little minimal damage. He sends a little bolt that just kind of like sticks into the bed. That goes, "Hi, that's my down." Catarella, you're still stuck to a sticky bed.
Vile! Uncouth bed object thing! Release me at once!
It's pronounced coof.
Oh.
Nope, the bed wants me.
It's-
Bed wants me bad.
Yeah, its long tentacly tongue just like wraps up and around further up Catarella's legs. And it's like, "I want you." Is that all?
Ted turns and looks at Alabard. Burn him with fire! Yeah, he's done. He can't do anything else.
Back with Green Shell.
Grabbing onto the mace, gonna just bring it down on top and completely miss. Apparently.
Yep, you completely miss. Anything else?
No. Gonna kinda shrug over at Ken and say, "Well, it was nice knowing you."
Oh, fuck you too!
Yep, that's pretty
Ken
much
looks
all I can
over
do.
at you, looks over at Flatshell in mild horror as the thing is licking hit the side of his cheek.
Pretty much all I can do. Yep, that's it.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's like, we're gonna get to know each other real good. Then it's gonna try chomping.
Okay, now he hits me.
And there's no damage here, so... because it's weird, so... I forgot it does that.
Just click the bite. It should
You have to click...
manually import it.
No, you have to click the gear to tell it to always roll damage.
Mhm.
It's a
Gotcha.
really dumb feature that needs to be set to always do it anyways, because why would I not want it to roll the damage?
Yep, so 13 damage total.
Ow. So I looked
Yeah.
up. I looked up a very interesting fact. Temporary hit points don't go away unless it has a specific duration or we take a short rest.
Correct.
Mhm. We
Hooray!
went-
I still have 5. Ow.
yeah, we went over that with your Halfling's Rage temporary one. It ends when your Rage does.
The Warlock temporary hit points do go away on long rest, though.
Yeah.
They all do. Long rest. That's the hard limit.
Yeah.
The tongue licks Catarella's cheek and goes, "Such smooth skin." And Halivard, still with his maximum damage thing going. Ooh, what does more damage? What spell does more damage? Okay, this is the last round he gets his maximum damage, so he's gonna take advantage of it. Can't really blow everyone up, so that sucks, but...
Please don't blow everyone up. Please don't blow me up.
Fireball.
Yeah, I was like, maximum damage, Fireball would be devastating right now, but I can't do that because it would kill everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no, it would probably kill me.
I'll dive into the pit down below and still take damage.
Actually, I think his cantrip still does the most, so... and he doesn't want to miss, so he got his advantage, his chaos thingy back, so he's going to do another advantage chaos thingy. Roll again on the table because, well, didn't need it. Still hits 20 damage.
Oh boy.
Everybody give me a strength save.
Oh boy.
17.
1.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Ah, this is gonna be so great. I'll roll for Otis. So great.
So good.
Alvar doesn't need to roll because it originates from him.
And the mimic.
Yeah. Why did my mimic bar close? Where's this? Yeah. Okay. So here's what happens. Still using still with his empowered spells, he hurls his firebolt, which just burns into the mimic. It's another blue fire because it's much hotter than before. And then there's like just a wave of force that just erupts outward from him. Otis gets like blown against the wall. Keterelith and Flatfoot are both alright. The Sardonyx, you get blasted over right on top of the mimic.
Oh no.
Does the mimic get blasted on her?
It gets blasted into the wall and you're still attached to it, so give me another strength save to not get pulled with it, I guess.
I think that would actually free me,
Could
but
he
okay.
maybe dex save to try to quickly pull away from it? Well, I guess would pull for strength, so yeah. You're right.
Okay, yeah. Give me another strength save to see if it just pulls you free.
Natural
There you
20.
go.
Yep. So the mimic gets blasted back against the wall, and Sardonyx gets blasted on top of its head. Keterelith is free. The
that was
pillow
an
eyes,
unpleasant experience. Oh dear.
Well,
And he looks at where Sardonyx is now.
this changes what I was gonna cast.
The pillow eyes both do like, because you're like right between the pillows, so the pillow eyes kind of like swivel like inward into a cross-eyed thing, and it goes, "Well, hi there."
This changes what I was gonna do.
Sudden screaming.
But it's your turn.
Oh no. Oh, this is awful.
Is Sardonyx now attached to it?
Yeah, she's stuck in it.
Yeah, she's sitting on.
Turtle.
Yep. Oh no. I was gonna cast Shatter, but I can't do that now.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna.
Alvar's like, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get you for this. Point blank jelly beam.
Dex.
Now all the jelly beans are gonna be stuck to it too.
Now it's a candy
it
covered
half damage?
bed.
Is it half damage?
Yes, for half.
Okay, so 5 damage.
And she's just screaming internally and externally.
So now the sheets are just covered in Skittles or jelly beans. Jelly beans, yeah.
Jelly beans.
Otis is like, what can Otis do?
Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it!
Yeah, he's gonna try shooting it. And he sends another bolt into the sheets. Kedareth.
Now I have options. I think the bed's no longer here. It's now the mimic, right?
It's a mimic.
The
here.
mimic is the bed
It is a bed. It's like walking on its
on the
like clawed
legs.
feet thing. Yeah, it's like clawed feet legs, but they're actually feet.
I imagine like its mouth, like it folded over on itself, and like the headboard and footboard were the mouth of it.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But can I get over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Ken's like, well, I could stab it, but he quickly runs over. Forgive me, milady, but this might hurt. Grabs Sardonyx and attempts to rip her off.
I guess this is
Athletics.
yeah, this will be at its DC. So go on.
Uh-oh. Shit.
Huh.
There's
So-
just a tearing sound.
It's just a tearing sound, and it's not coming free.
Yep, these little sticky tendrils kind of wrap around and hug Sardonyx. It's
My
not
friend.
letting her go. That's my friend now. Anything
Nope,
else?
That was my action. I am not rolling good right now. I need like a 10 to break free of this thing, and it's just not happening. Go ahead, Flatfoot.
All right. Well, Flatfoot kind of dusts himself off a bit and looks over at the mimic and says, "Oh, hold on. Release." And he raises his hand up. Cast command.
Ooh.
Wisdom save. Spell DC is 16, so
Oh, nice.
All right, so its little pillow eyes swivel over to you and is like, "Oh, all right." And it's his turn next. So the tentacles kind of lift Sardonyx up. There's like an article of clothing that's just like stuck to its sticky mattress, and it just gently sets Sardonyx down. And that's its turn. And then
Arno
Halifard
would
shoots
say,
it. Yes, an article of clothing. I'll leave it to your imaginations.
I'm going to
That's
need that
ripped
back.
off.
He's like, "I got this." He throws another fireball. Hey, Sardonyx, it's your turn.
She's not happy. The Wand of Magic Missiles. Does it have a defined spell level? Oh, no, it doesn't. I have to spend charges.
Does it have
for...
charges?
Yeah, I spend charges to determine how much it is. Let me double check that real quick. Magic missile. I think it's in the compendium. Ah, it
Give
sure
me
is.
Give me an insight check, real quick.
Okay.
You can tell that it's not going to take much more to dismantle this bed.
Good. Okay, so
Like
yeah,
barely anything.
The wand has 7 charges. I can spend 1 or more to cast magic missile from it. For 1 charge, you cast it at first level, and increase for every one that I use. So
Take the bed, though.
yeah. All right. So I'm gonna spend 3 charges on it, and
With your
Okay.
insight check, you can tell you that you can probably just spend 1 charge and you'll be fine.
okay, I'll spend 1 then.
Shae, let them make their own mistakes.
Yeah. It's boop 3.
It dies.
Okay. What did it have? Like 1 HP left.
It had 2.
Ah. Oh yeah, then I definitely couldn't have screwed that up. All right.
Yeah, there was no way. It was done.
Blah, 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 blah.
The bed melts into a puddle of pudding.
What a jerk.
Ken quickly kneels down and fetches whatever article of clothing Sardonyx lost, and without looking, just kind of sticks his hand out and hands it back to her.
It's our panties.
Yeah, he's not looking. He's just holding it out like this, and he's so thankful his helmet covers his face.
Right, Red. She's gonna snatch it and grumble. Stupid, groping mimics, and not even buying me dinner first.
You were sitting on it. And Halvard's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't expect that would happen. I usually never expect these things to happen. I'm very sorry about that.
So, the bed's out. I can jump it.
Yeah,
And-
I think I'm gonna long jump it based on my strength score. Should be fine.
Can we still use
pass.
the corpse?
It's
No,
A
it's a
puddle.
puddle of goo.
Oh, okay.
But you can jump up to your strength score. 10 feet
It's
type your strength.
yeah, it's not a difficult jump. It's more just kind of impeding movement.
Gotcha.
Whenever you're in a battle,
Keeping you
basically.
from escaping.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say y'all can get across there fairly easily.
Somebody's
And
gonna have
there's
to
our
toss
hallway.
Otis.
I'm not
Yeah.
touching
Someone
him.
toss Otis.
Yeah, he can waddle his way through there. Wait for Flatfoot.
I'll try to help toss him over.
Toss me. Don't tell the elf.
Yeah, I'll toss him over, I guess. Strength
Okay.
or athletics.
Go for it.
Into the pit he goes.
Yep. He falls into the pit.
Oh
Wow.
no, alas. Otis, he was here.
I, on the other hand, jump across. And then
Otis.
reach down to help him up.
Yeah. You help him up. What the hell, guys? So, in this hallway, you see two doors. One leading south and another leading to... you know where.
Well, I will look for traps. Boop, boop. By amazing perception of 3. 16, why?
You don't see any traps. The door to your south is locked, it seems.
The fog of war on this door is screwy.
Yeah, can't see past here.
Which door, what?
At this one, the fog of war cuts off in the middle of the square. Just letting you know.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. But doesn't appear to be trapped. No traps, they're just doors. The door to your south is locked, but the lock's on the inside, so you can easily unlock that.
So, do we want to go through the unlocked? Investigate.
Yeah, let's try the path of least resistance first.
Okay, Cat approaches the... This is the unlocked door, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Cat approaches the unlocked door and opens it.
you
Also,
open it. and
also
there is
Shae, half-hour warning.
Yeah, I see it. Yes, so you enter a dining hall. Lots of food everywhere. It looks fresh.
But wait, fresh?
Yep.
Ah,
Looks like it was recently cooked.
that can't be right given the state of this place.
Look at Otis. Don't touch it.
Oh, but I wanna. It looks so
Probably
good.
poisoned.
Yeah, he looks like he absolutely wants to touch it. Think of him as
Shit ton of rubble.
Alright, he manages not to go snack and stuff.
Shae. Blocked passage due to rubble.
Yep.
Okay.
There are the hall you're in here. There's
Door?
looks like there's a couple rooms here. Yep. Doesn't appear to be locked or anything. They're just like regular room doors.
What is that?
That's a hole in the floor.
Okay.
Just for the sake of brevity, everything past this point, there's nothing.
To speed this along, okay.
Pretty much.
Ken, with his sword that has light on it, he sticks it down the hole to look. Is there
It's
anything
a
in there? It's a hole?
Nope.
Okay.
Just a hole.
Ken then comes to this door and will attempt to open it.
And
As you open that door,
Uh-oh.
Flatfoot will not open this door.
He hears an explosion.
you see there's a skeleton in there. It doesn't attack. It looks at you and kind of gives a thumbs up, and then it peeps through like a little hole into the other room, and then it starts to continue its painting. It's a painting of a... It is a painting of a nude dwarf changing her clothes.
I give him a thumbs up. I shut the door. Just
Awesome.
leave him to it.
What was it, a nude male or female dwarf?
I didn't look.
This is important.
And I'm gonna open this door.
As you open this door, you see another skeleton. This skeleton is in the middle of changing. It looks up like it's shocked, and then promptly tries to cover itself.
As it promptly
That's
tries
our
to cover
dwarf.
itself. I'm gonna try to... Oh, no, I'm not. Never mind.
She starts
Try to...
She starts like clattering and trying to run away.
I look over at Flatfoot, kind of just gently lean over and slowly shut the door.
You just ruined that painting.
The painting, by the way, was like fully fleshed, not skeleton.
Not skeleton.
You said there's really nothing that way.
Nah, there's nothing that way.
Oh,
Okay.
we should probably mess with the rubble then, huh?
What about this door here?
As you open that door, contrary to the rest of the mansion, this actually looks like it's recently furnished. There are 2 beds in here, and like another door to the north there.
But how sticky are these beds?
Ken takes out his sword and immediately stabs one of the beds.
It screams and goes, "Why?
But why?
But why?"
I reckon that's not such a terrible idea.
It's like, okay, it's a normal bed. Is there a door here?
It's another door.
Ken will
It's
open that one.
It wasn't locked. There's a desk with like notes and a book on it.
Sardonyx, I found a desk. Could you investigate this?
Oh, absolutely. Hold on.
Oh, wait, hang on. I stabbed the desk. Okay, it's not a mimic.
It's very thoughtful of you. Okay, so let's see here. I've got too many things open now. Investigation 25.
All right, yeah, you find a series of notes, and these notes, just like a brief glance through the book and everything, it's actually chronicling like an elf's journeys, and she talks about. Sorry, excuse me. She talks about her plans to help create an object that will help her people. She talks about her ideals, about keeping the lives of the elves safe and alive. She talks about her dismay at how this creation was used instead of what she wanted to use it for. And with that role, what she's talking about, she keeps referring to it as a soul cairn. And as she speaks about it, she's essentially explaining how she had hoped to use this soul cairn in lieu of diamonds as part of the material component when resurrecting. But everyone give me a history check.
Is Sardonyx sharing what she finds in the journal?
Sardonyx has advantage because she's from the Synophate.
Yeah.
Keterella, you have. Yeah. Sardonyx, you know what Soul Karens are.
Yep.
You've heard of them.
I'm sharing the information, yes.
Okay. As you start sharing these things, Ked will reach down and attempt to take the journal from you.
She's gonna... She's gonna give you a look like, what are you doing?
That journal contains secrets not meant for the public.
Well, we're not in the Santa Fate right now. The Rallians deserve to know about this.
I am a Santa Fate agent.
Yeah, I know. That's why we were really hoping not to come to this point. And she glances to Flatfoot.
Flatfoot kind of nods and looks over at Ken and says, "Perhaps it's best you hand that back over."
What, the journal?
Mm-hmm.
He stares at you and puts the journal on his belt.
Seems this one's blind in one eye and can't see out the other.
It's the loyalty to the Summer Empress that's going to get him killed.
Knowledge of these secrets could jeopardize the ceasefire. I will not allow that to happen. Just like I will not allow this woman to continue her research into such things.
Sardonyx, as you were looking into that book, she did speak about her dismay at how the soul cairns were used. She talks about it being an evil, being used for cruel purposes as opposed to what she desired it to be.
She's openly condemning the use of the soul cairn. Why are you trying to stop her?
It's not her... My brain just stopped. Hello, brain. Please come back. It's not her wishes or desires that I seek. I'm here to stop her because she jeopardizes the ceasefire with her actions, not with her ideas.
Yeah. Basically, this is someone who was involved in the creation of soul cairns, who had a change in morality and basically fled with her research to try and do something about it. She doesn't seem, in her notes, she doesn't seem like she's intent on kind of sharing it with Ralia, but what she does seem intent on is to continue her research into what she was trying to use it for as a catalyst for resurrection, using it in place of diamonds, whereas diamonds get consumed.
And Ked, as far as Ked is concerned, he doesn't know what titles the creation of a soul cairn. However, as a soldier, he's seen what it does.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
he's not happy with this, which is why he's taking the book. He's like, this is bad.
And you all, I guess, so as far as soul cairns go, they were used during the war to transform the souls of whole villages into to rapidly grow forests and trees, and it is not a pretty sight.
Enemy villages.
Enemy villages.
Ked looks at Sardonyx and says, I do not approve of soul cairns either. They are evil things, regardless of how they are used.
Yeah, so why expose the truth when we could keep the dark secret? I get it. And she
The
pushes
Santa Fate
past.
already know the truth.
You hear Halivard talking. There's someone, cat. There's a kitty there staring at you all. Right inside the room.
Oh, cat.
And this door has opened.
I
And
turn
the
and
cat
I
looks
look-
up and says, "What are you all doing here?"
What are you doing here?
"I am here in service of my mistress."
Can
Oh,
you
notice.
take us to her?
"Absolutely not. You are all invaders." And he goes, "I, Commander Muffins, will not let you pass."
Oh, god damn it.
And he backs up and just kind of like takes point between the doorway there.
Commander
"You must all
Muffins.
leave."
Sardonyx puts her hands on her hips and she says, well, wait just a gosh darn minute. You're only a familiar. You can't tell us what to do.
"I am no familiar. I am awakened."
Sir Muffins, Ked says, approaching and getting on his knees so he can look at the cat.
I said he was a commander.
Sir Commander Muffins sounds odd.
"That's right. Show respect."
And he bows to the cat. Commander Muffins, you need to let us pass. Awakened or not, if you do not allow us to pass, we will go through you. And I guarantee a cat of, though as great as your stature and presence, I doubt you will be able to stop us. Please let us end this diplomatically rather than the alternative. And I will roll persuasion.
Roll persuasion.
14.
The cat narrows his eyes at you cautiously and then lets out a meow. And then two swarms of rats just kind of shuffle out behind him. You can see them kind of like all like take a like a battle formation. They form like perfect squares right behind him. And he stands there and says, "I told you I was a commander. What business do you have here?"
Oh my gosh, this is so adorable.
Ked sighs.
Certainly off like a herd of turtles. Listen, we're
He
not
hasn't-
here to cause you any trouble.
"If you are not here to cause trouble, then what do you want here?"
We just want to talk to your mistress.
"My mistress is busy preparing an important..." And he just kind of like stops.
Or perhaps she's just playing possum right now.
"She is very busy."
Well, please, Commander Mittens, we don't want to have to be rash here. We're just here to talk.
"Very well. But if you draw any weapons, I will not hesitate to sick my armies against you."
I'm so
No.
tempted to just fire
Now,
from that room.
Hold your horses. Who do you think you're dealing with here?
I don't
Flatfoot,
know.
show respect to Commander Mittens.
"Who am I dealing with here? Invaders is what I see."
Flatfoot kind of shakes his head and looks back at the other two and says, well, suppose I'll follow your lead since you seem to understand what this one is wanting.
So you will let us pass, Master Commander Flatfoot. Master Commander Mittens.
"I will. But if I see a single finger on any of your weapons, my armies will not hesitate to chew you down." And then Commander Mittens lets out another meow, and all those rats that are like lined up perfect squares behind him just dissipate and like go into the walls.
He's adorable.
Reckon it's a good thing I didn't have to call on my guardians to help us out.
Oh god, the tooth fairies.
Yeah, the tooth fairy. So Commander Mittens turns around, and his little kitty cat gait is very like proud, and he starts leading you back.
Ked gets up and follows. Oh, all of Roll20 just reset itself.
Yeah, I saw that too. That was weird.
Yep. As you pass, you see a skeleton with a chef's hat, like walking back and forth through this kitchen, just like preparing meals. These are all dwarf skeletons, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that would explain why I missed my attacks earlier. Makes sense. A
Well,
little short.
Where'd you all go?
Following the
Here.
cat.
We're here.
Okay, yeah. Alright, so Commander Mittens brings you to this room, kind of scratches at the door, and after a moment it opens, and he steps inside. Inside, you see a few things. There's, what you see first are, there's an elven woman, deep black hair. She's got bones all adorning her clothing, and she glances to Commander Mittens. She seems to, like, for those of you who use magic, she seems to be in a mental, she seems to have a mental connection with them. But she stands there, she's looking very wary. Behind her, you see a woman, but this woman is, she's bound by magical means. There's like spectral vines kind of holding her place. But she's pallid, she's very pale, and her eyes are white and empty. And there are two very large fangs from her, and as you walk in, she hisses. Then there's two children off to the side. One is a human girl, the other is a half-elf girl. And they're both standing very far back. The human girl seems to be holding onto the half-elf and making sure she's safe. The half-elf seems to be a little younger. The half-elf's ears are cropped, and the human girl is just holding on to the younger half-elf, saying, "It's okay, Amy. We'll be safe." And this woman here with the skull on her, adorning her, she looks at everyone and says, "What are you all doing here?"
Question. Because it's been like 3 weeks and I don't have it written down, what's her name?
Answer.
He wanted to know what her name was.
Yeah, did you guys get her name before?
I would have her name. Because I'm looking for her.
I think he's the only one who knows it because he's
Okay.
here to arrest her.
Yeah, this is Avia Rumilia.
Avia Rumelia?
And who are you?
Rumelia. Let's go to introduce herself. Ken immediately steps forward, making it.
She steps back, and she's holding out a staff with a series of bones on it, wardingly.
Lady,
State your name and your business.
Lady Rumelia, I am Kedarelov, agent of the Queen. You know why I have come.
You are here to kill me or take me back as a prisoner?
Neither. I am here to make sure that that your work is not jeopardizing the ceasefire. As it appears, it is so.
I have no interest in our peoples being at war.
Really? Then why did you steal the research of the Soul Cairn? A key weapon in that war effort.
Because it was used heinously. It was meant to be a product of good, but...
My
you
lady,
were
how
very
could a
bold.
product that... And he's speaking in Elvish, for those of you, at this part, he's going to speak in Elvish. My lady, how could a product that drains the soul of hundreds be used for good in any capacity?
It was originally used to house the souls of many. We could have brought our people back to life when they have fallen on the battlefield, but instead you've seen what it was used for.
I have seen what it was used for. It was horrifying.
Then, are you here to destroy my work?
I do not understand your work enough to destroy it. But I must ask, who is the... I take it that's a vampire in the circle?
That is a vampire in the circle.
Who is the thing in the center? And who are these children? He's back to speaking common now. He only spoke that one bit in Elvish.
Yeah, so she glances over to the woman, glances over to the two children behind her. This woman, in my travels, I came, when I fled the Cenobite, I came across these, horrible scene. To make a long story short, this woman was, attacked by a vampire, and these are her children. I seek to try something I've never tried before, and use the Soul Cairn to return her soul and draw the vampirism out of her.
I will now insight this.
Go for it.
Anyone else may insight? My insight's not that good.
Mine's not good either. Could probably be something that interests Flatfoot.
Floor, she's
gonna
totally
kind
unwell.
of listen in, but yeah, I'm not gonna
I'll
be
see where
much
mine
help.
ends up. Yeah, okay, that's what I figured.
Okay, so
Sounds totally trustworthy.
it's Catarella Sardonyx, you're really having a trouble understanding. You're just left to whatever you can make of this. Flatfoot, you know that nothing like curing vampirism is not really widely... There's basically next to no knowledge about how to do it. Once people become vampires, they're vampires. But how and whatever method she seems to think that she can use for it, it seems like it's something she wants to try. That's about the most you can get.
The feeling that she kind of believes it might work, like in her head.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
What of the skeleton? And if a companion is none too happy that you have raised so many. I point to the cleric.
I have not raised these ones. They were like this. They seem to be continuing the routine they did before death.
And why do you allow them to continue to do so?
Looks like she's a necromancer.
They have not tried to harm any of us when we came here, and we just sought refuge for the time.
My lady, I'm sorry, but I have to disagree with you. They are abominations, and they have no place here.
Perhaps. I simply been consumed by my research. I didn't bother to dismantle any of them. You can feel free if you want to. Just means we will have to start cooking for ourselves, I guess.
Kind of look around, and especially back over at the woman in the back. Did she mention why the woman is here with her?
She's the mother of the children behind her.
But is she like the lady of the house, basically? Like, is this her place?
No, it is not. It's basically, basically the way she explains it is, she came across when she had fled the Cinefate, she came across a place that was attacked by vampires, and sadly the mother fell. And she, being a druid of the harvest with the Soul Cairn, took the opportunity to protect the children and make an effort to try something she's never done before with the Soul Cairn.
Okay.
Well, Ked speaks up one more time. Were you gonna say something though, Forge?
I was gonna look at her and say, and what happens when this soul cairn doesn't work the way you want it to? And this abomination, and looks over at the woman, the vampire, and says, "You gonna allow this abomination to continue walking amongst our realm?"
Ked raises his hand. I have a solution. If I may.
She glances back to the children and then back to the rest of you. And
My
Commander
orders
Muffin,
are simple. They were to find Lady Remelia and return her to the Sanafate. Ked then sits down cross-legged. They gave me no discretion on when I was to complete my mission. I can stay and wait until your research is complete. And if it results in failure, I can be here to protect the children.
So, you will take me back for execution after my research.
I will take you to the Sanafate. My lady, the Sanafate is a large place. Once my orders are done, I am free of them. Hint, hint.
She seems to, quirk her brow at that. Watches you intently, looks at the rest of you.
Sardonyx is gonna glance over to Flatfoot, and she's like, I don't approve of what happened with the regular Soul Cairn, but if she thinks that she can do some good against undead, that should be a cause that aligns with yours just fine, right?
Flatfoot kind of nods, but then kind of looks back and says, "But when this goes south, then we got to deal with the repercussions. Who's going to be here to make sure things go the way they're supposed to?"
That is why I will stay.
I imagine Ketereloth would take that responsibility. It's his choice to make.
No, not as one of the Sanafate. As a knight, it is my responsibility to make sure children do not come within harm's reach. I will be here to make sure her research is either complete, or if it results in failure, I will make sure the thing doesn't get at them
You have my
or
word.
anyone else.
I do not intend any harm to these children. I have been protecting them for this time. If this ritual does not work, then I fully intend to destroy the abomination. And you see, the children kind of like perk up at that, and they're like, "You can't kill our mama." And she turns around and kind of gives them a comforting look. And Commander Muffin says, "Say the word mistress, and I will send my armies against them."
He's so precious.
Look down at the cat and say, "I think that would be a little misguided if you ask me."
My purpose is to protect my mistress.
And we have not brought harm upon her just yet.
But know that I am watching you closely.
He's adorable.
Yeah, his tail flicks like from side to side, and even though he's trying to look intimidating, he just has like the biggest adorable eyes.
Bless his
Like,
heart, he is trying.
The angry tail flick.
The angry tail flick.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the group's concerned, it seems Ked has made his decision about how to follow his order, and it seems he is going to stay put unless forcefully moved.
I don't have any reason to interfere with this.
As long as it follows as Flatfoot kind of intends to allow them to finish their research to cure the abomination of this area, then he'll allow it to stand. But the moment it looks like that's not going to be a thing is when he's going to have trouble with it.
All right. So then, for the sake of brevity, finishing up here, the consensus is to allow her to complete the ritual.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So she will go about her work to finish the ritual. It seems like it was half, like she was preparing to finish up. And let me see. Okay, so she goes through. And she is a druid of the harvest. So she has worked with white necromancy before. And for all of the those paying attention, she does. She pulls out a small music box, starts playing it. That object is the soul cairn. And she goes about drawing on the forces of nature to complete this ritual. And with that roll, she manages to draw the essence of the vampirism out of this woman. The woman's body goes completely limp, completely cold, just appears like a like basically a corpse. She pulls out the essence of the vampire, which is the blood cloud thing from the monster manual. I forget what it is. Vampiric cloud.
Mm-hmm.
But you all kill it because
Yes.
we're short on time.
Yeah.
So you all defeat the vampiric mist, and she it's at that point that she finishes the ritual. The part of the soul cairn cracks as she completes it, but once the ritual is finished, the woman in the woman's body in the center is still for a long moment before she starts to breathe. Color slowly comes back to her. She's unconscious, but it seems like it was a success. The soul cairn does seem to have been strained a bit, but she definitely seems to be pleased with her with the success of her research.
After that's kind of taken care of and things kind of settle in, I'll look back at what is that, Romelia? Is her name?
Yes.
Look back at her and say, and what are the remaining abominations in this place? Are you gonna get rid of them as well? Looks like your soul cairn is a bit worse for wear.
I used it in place of the catalyst to house the soul of this woman. It was the first time I used it before with I feel that I can adjust some measures now and ensure that the soul cairn does not shatter. I could possibly use it indefinitely if I am careful to use it in resurrection magic. However, It seems I'm not going to get that chance. And she looks to Catarella, as I am to be taken away.
Ked gives her a small smile and just says, "We will see about that." And as he stands up, he offers her a hand.
She closes the music box. It still seems functional. There's just like a small hairline crack that appeared. Nothing to damage it to the point of not being used, but it was definitely. It's basically a new field of research for her, trying to use it what she intended to use it for instead of what it was used for. And the children are both like hugging their unconscious mother. And
Flatfoot, will you see to the woman I have a mission to complete?
And as he kind of says that, Flatfoot kind of nods and makes his way over. Going to... Yeah, I'm gonna say I have the diamonds for Revivify. I mean, they're level
Yeah.
5
Yeah,
character. I would
you've got
assume
it.
that I
Don't
would have
worry.
had it by now.
You're a life cleric. You always
Yeah.
come prepared.
Yep. So this woman, her eyes kind of flutter open. She seems weak, but she is alive.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's a happy ending for everyone.
The druid looks to everyone and says, "If I believe I was being trailed by one of my partners in development of this of the Soul Cairns. If she returns, she is going to take what research here. We should probably leave. If you all have found me, I have no doubt she is far behind."
Yeah, it wasn't very hard to find you either.
I thought the riddles would keep people back.
Ooh, good job on that, though. They were clever.
So since we're short on time, does anyone want to do an epilogue?
Yeah, let's wrap this up, Shae, because we are over.
Yep. Okay, so congratulations. You all have succeeded in getting past all the traps, defeated the mimic. She was successful in her ritual. That was actually pretty impressive. I rolled in single digits. That could have gone any number of ways. It could have gone very badly. So it actually turned out much better than I expected it would. And I will let you all know that there was one other battle as her partner who helped her develop the Soul Cairn was in pursuit. But we can either finish that up one time or we can just say to hell with it. Congratulations, everyone.
We can say to hell with it. And a quick thing I'd like to go over with Cad, and this is mostly for Rin if she brings back any characters.
Yep.
Cad, being a lawful good knight, would not send this woman to the executioners. He's not that type of person. and whoever sent him out would probably know he's not that kind of person.
Yeah, that's true.
So Ked would do what he said. He would bring her back to the Santa Fe, but then he would leave her in a quote-unquote safe place, and then go report back to who he met and say, "Mission accomplished. I got her back to the Santa Fe." They ask, "Where is she?" He'll be like, "I don't know. I got her back to the Santa Fe. That's all you told me to do."
Alrighty. I can work with that vague working of lawful orders.
Flatfoot would ensure that this place is kind of rid of all the undead, so he would...
And yeah, easily
Yeah.
enough. these undead don't fight back. They're just like stuck in a repetitive motion of what happened last in their life.
The dwarves are thankful for release.
Yeah.
Yep. Polly is free from her bindings below. You all didn't destroy her, so she's
I do
actually
not let Flatfoot hurt her.
yeah, she was bound to that area. So now that you've gotten her above ground, she's free to move on to the next life if she wants, or so on. But she no longer needs a host to escape. So you saved Paula. Yeah. And since we're not doing another one, I'll just let you guys know. The last battle I was gonna have a bone dragon.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
It would have been cool,
yeah.
but we're good.
Yeah, it was.
She
Yeah,
got
so-
her mimic revenge. We're good.
Yeah, the part
I didn't use
basically,
any of my good spells.
yeah, basically neither did Halibard. I was saving it. But basically, the woman's an archmage from the Arcane Aswardium who helped Avio Romulia, who designed the Soul Cairns, because it was a combination between the Arcane Aswardium and the Druids to develop this. She wanted to continue with the weaponized research of the Soul Cairns. So she would have appeared. She was actually in disguise as the old woman in the end. Yeah, she was going to be there to kind of push you in that direction if you guys didn't go, because she needed fodder. But she was going to make an appearance, and she was going to bring a dragon that had fallen here against the dwarves back to life.
Nice.
Well, not back to life, but under her control.
Undeath. All right, so let's wrap up here then, and for you and Corey's sake, let's take 10 to kind of get up and stretch, and then we'll reconvene for Curse of Strahd.
I was like, what do you mean for my sake? I'm not in that game.
Oh, you're not in that, right? So for just Shae's, I'm mixing you up with Morph, because Morph hasn't jumped into the game yet either.
Wait a minute. I'm not as weird as that guy.
I mean, you're also not as cool as him. He's the Blood Spear now.
God damn it. You're right, I'm not that cool. Shit.
He has.
Anyway, I'm gonna get going. Great game, Shae.
Yep.
Hope
Yeah.
you run
Hope
another-
everybody enjoyed.
This was fun.
Absolutely.
Good job,
Lots
Shae.
of fun.
And this gives me so much material to work with. All right, so Forge, I will see you tomorrow for Civil War.
Yes, yes.
And chat, I'm just gonna turn us off to disconnect and then reconnect again with the proper stream. But I will take probably 5 to get up and stretch, and then we will get started running a little late. So have a good one, and we will be back for Curse of Strahd.
Yep. Sorry for going over there.
Yeah, you're fine. All right. We shall return.